I'm Sarah from Me and Me Crochet, and I crochet plushies. In the last video I showed you Octos, and I was crocheting a snout from a Piggy. And I finished the Piggy. Isn't it adorable? I really like it. There's very long legs. It's very long. It's from the book Long Legs Amigurumi. And this is the Piggy. It turned out really great. And I used a special yarn I got from the Crochet Club. It was a bit tricky to work with because the splitting was a lot. But it turned out really great. I really liked how it turned out. It's from this book, Long Legs Amigurumi, and I made a Piggy. I used this yarn, Libelle Ballet, and I have 2 yarn labels. I used a lot of yarn for this project, but I have still more of this in my yarn stash that I want to use up, but that will be for later on. Some leftovers, some labels that are going in the basket for the end of the year, and we're going to see how much I've used up at the end of the year. So that will be for later. That was the first project I finished this week, and of course we have a week challenge for this week. I had some scrap yarn, some yellow and some cream, and I used up a lot of yellow and I still have a lot of cream left over, so I'm going to make a different project out of this later on. This is going to be an octo and this is going to be a dog, but for the week challenge I finished a banana. Look at that, isn't it adorable? It's so cute. It's a banana. Banana power, yeah, it's so cute. I really like it. Yeah, it's so cute. But I have some scrap yarn left over and I'm going to make a dog, or try to make a dog out of this one and a octo out of this one. I'm going to make the dog out of this book, this little doggy. It's from Minimini's haken. It's really cute, and I hope I have enough scrap yarn for this project. I want to make a lot of minis, but this is the doggy I want to make. Week challenge banana! Yay! So after the Piggy and the banana, I started a new project. I started my own pattern of Ivysaur. I already made the pattern and now I'm testing it if there are mistakes on it. Because the first Ivysaur I made were in different colors. Not the same colors as in the picture like Bulbasaur. So I said to myself, I am going to remake it in the right colors. I started with the flower part in the pattern and this is what I have. It's not stuffed, it's just yarn in there. And it looks like an Easter egg. That's going to change because I have to make 4 flower petals after I finish this part, and I have some soft fun left over, so I can make, I hopefully have enough, but we'll see. This is soft fun I'm using for this project and I hope it turns out really cute, but this is a long-term project. It's not going to be finished very soon. And that were all the projects I finished and started of this week. For now, I want to crochet a little chick from like a chenille blanket. Well, we have little darling over here. I want to make some chicks out of it. This is the yellow and this is the orange. I have a lot of orange left over, but I have another yellow ball of yarn. So little darling is this yarn. It's really great yarn, so I'm going to make some chicks. I already have one. I turned out really cute. I really like it, and I made one with a 2.5 hook and it turned out smaller and I have less holes in the project, but I still like this one better in shape, so I'm going to go for a 3.5 hook and not a 2.5. I like this guy better. So I'm going to try that in this video, and I'm going to crochet, put on some headphones, listen to some YouTube, And I hope you enjoy this kind of video. I hope you subscribe, like, and let's crochet. Bag, hook. I placed my bed over there. So, and over there is going to be my Easter bunny because she was at a friend's place. Now she's coming back. So I can place her over there. So that spot is also filled up. Only have that spot left over, but I'm not sure what to do with it just yet. Let's create. I finished one wing and I'm going to put on some headphones. Two wings finished. I finished my pattern of the spaceship from The Sims 4 in English. I am going to upload it when all the other 6 patterns are typed out in English and set them on my website in one entire sitting. So that will be for later on. I do have to edit my Notion. I have 3 main goals for this year, and they are using up my scrap yarn, crocheting Charizard that I did, but I have to type out the pattern in English, so that's also on the list. And I have create more projects than I did last year, so that's also going. But for more specific projects, I'm working on the chicks. I want to use up this yarn. I have some turtles that from some scrap yarn I want to use up for turtles. I have this one and I have this one, and I'm combining them for turtles. I already have one. Isn't it adorable? I really like how it turned out. The color is really great. Really like it. And I have bunnies. I already made red and yellow, and I showed them before. And these are going to be in orange. I'm going to create an entire rainbow out of this. So I think the next color will be green but I have to start on the orange one first. I'm watching Sambrosis Crochet on YouTube. Really great YouTuber. You can check that out if you want. I don't know if I'm pronouncing the name right, but it's a great channel. I am really, well, not struggling, but undecisive. I can't decide which way I want to vlog, like small videos or like weekly vlogs, or like this one sitting crocheting and showing what I do vlog. Let me know what you think of it, what you want to watch. I am going to crochet off camera because my camera is about to die. I will update you in the next video on what I'm doing next, and I hope you like this kind of content. I hope you subscribe, and I see you next time. Bye!